Welcome back. This is another video. This is the part 2 to scaling your service-based business with AI. If you haven't watched the last one, go back and watch that one before you watch this one, because this is how you're going to scale your service into a subscription utilizing AI, making yourself untouchable in 2026 and in the future. I'm really excited about this one because I believe this is the future of AI. Me as a product person, I love taking complex systems and productizing them and scaling them through systems. And AI allows all of our service-based businesses to do this now. So be sure to like and subscribe, because there's going to be more videos like this on case studies, use cases, more breakdowns on our frameworks and our strategies behind how we're building Cloud 37, my view on the AI world and in business. So we're going to dive into this one. I've got a picture up here on my iPad that shows the last video. So if you don't understand this, go back to the last video, but I'm going to reference this one. I'm going to create a new page here because it's important, where what we did in the last video, quick recap, is we took our frameworks and we scaled them through agents, and my frameworks and strategies. And then we had our client information. Then we had our onboarding, client onboarding. So we've now built this process for ourselves so we can do more outputs for our clients. This doesn't necessarily mean you have to onboard more clients, but you could get more quality outputs without doing actual more work, which, depending on what you want to do for your actual business itself, that is completely up to you. The big thing with this is, once this model is proven here, bunch of arrows down here. Once this model is proven for your business and you've done for you, you now have the ability to scale this through a subscription and a low ticket offer. How do you do this? Well, you've trained your whole AI system on your frameworks and strategy. You've got all of your agents set up and they're working flawlessly for you and your team internally. You've got your client information. So it's like when it's fed into your AI system, it knows everything about your clients. These things are trained custom to your clients every single time because you have it set up properly. That's feeding it in at every aspect of the business. It knows. Then you've automated portion of your onboarding experience through AI as well. Whether it's a form, whether it's some sort of interview using avatars, doesn't really matter, but you've started to automate that process. You have a community, you have a school community, you have a following, you have a newsletter, doesn't really matter. You have some sort of community that you want to extract more people. If you've been in this marketing world for a while, you've seen people selling courses and people selling ebooks, and it's the same shit all the time. And we know as we sell these courses that people just don't go through them. They really don't. They never have, they never will. We're seeing numbers on our own business and our own model. We're running web classes where we're seeing, out of an hour and a half web class, we're seeing people staying around for 80 plus minutes. It's crazy the amount of numbers, because we're creating these generative AI experiences through AI. And because you have this process set up, you can do the same thing. So if you've got a community, all you have to do is, now you've got the onboarding process set up, you create your own little platform, whether it's through some sort of user experience or some sort of chat interface, where they go through the onboarding process on their own. The client, they enter their client information, whatever it may be. It could be an e-com brand. It could be, again, the book generator, like we were talking about. It could be any sort of content, whether it's like faceless content, anything that's just, it's got strategies. This is where it goes through. Then they go through your system, your AI system that's in behind the scenes. They can't even see it. They can't interact with it. So it's your own platform. This is where it automatically trains their agents for them. So what you actually do, instead of teaching people on how to do it themselves, you're actually teaching them the most important thing is you're teaching them the output, because over here, they're done for you output. You're doing your output, and human in the loop is still extremely important. We're going to do other videos on human in the loop. Don't want to dive into that one, but it's still extremely important. So what it gives you the ability to do is you teach people what a good output is. Because on the other side of AI, it's if you don't know what good is, it's not going to give you the results that you need. And this is the difference between being an expert in something and just utilizing AI to kind of cut through the noise and cheat your way to success. It just doesn't work. And this is where it's like, if you're a service, you're typically an expert in something. Like you really are. This is where bottling it up, like I keep saying, becomes extremely, extremely, extremely valuable for you because you can scale it through this model. So your training isn't a course, isn't an ebook, isn't a time sucker for people because people just want the outputs. It's all they want. So you teach them is like, you look at the difference. This is bad. This is good. This is bad. This is good. This is what you need to get it to. So when they go through this flow, they can do it on their own. The difference with this is they have to do the last 20% of the work on their own. I'm just going to use the email marketing or content creation side of it, where it's like this. If they do all the emails output to them, it's like, well, they still need to upload all these things into their systems to send all these emails. Or it's like, they still need to upload the information, like their content onto their social media. Like they still need to do that 20%, but at least your systems have got them 80% of the way there. And depending on the service, that percentage can fluctuate 100%, but it shows and builds trust. It builds rapport between you and your expertise that people should pay you for. Your done for you services, you should charge more for what you're doing. This is why we're in business. We're not only here to make money, but we're here to provide real results to real people. So it's like if they've got a taste and they don't want to do that 20% because their time's more valuable now, okay, well, now you have the ability to charge them for it because they understand. It's like they've been through this process with you and they've got the output on their own. So now you're selling them time. The big thing for us in different tiers of working with people is AI is going to continue to solve itself. It's becoming easier and easier and easier and easier. And I'm going to do a video on how I sell AI, but each level that we talk about for even us setting up AI for a business, it's more access to us. That's what you're giving. It's compressed time. It's more access because the tools are solving itself. They're becoming commoditized. And people are like, I want you to build me a whole bunch of agents. Well, these agents don't work if the process and the mechanism aren't set up properly. And there's too many gurus on YouTube that sell these garbage to you. They really do. Your clients, your customers, they want outputs. That's all they want. That's all they want to pay for. And they want it in the quickest time. They don't want to think. They got too much shit going on. So that first video, how to scale your service-based business with AI, go back and watch it again if you haven't. It sets up your first process. It sets up everything for you to be able to scale through an actual subscription. Once it's ironed out, you allow your communities to go through the onboarding process without you. It takes their client information, it goes through your frameworks and strategies, and it dynamically trains the agents without you having to do it. This is the difference between true scalable AI and using your generic custom GPTs or your cloud projects that you just can't do it on. Because the most important thing with these as well, it's all of these agents, they need to be able to have the full context window. And a context window is getting into some more technical stuff, but basically it's having all the information from the conversation, from your client information, from your frameworks, and not forgetting anything. If it doesn't have all of the context, it can't do the output properly. And your generic tools are just not going to give you that. So this process right here, all we've added is your community. And if you're not building a community or you don't have a community, this is going to be your moat in the future. Going to do another video on that one, so stay tuned. And all you do is you teach them through some sort of interface. It could be a UX through a tool called Lovable. It could be a chat interface that we've built on Cloud 37. All of these things can be done for your business. You teach them the output. That's it. Watch the training video on how to do these outputs better. That's what you're continuing to do. They go through the onboarding process. They upload their information. They go through they get access to your system, your frameworks, that you don't actually expose the IP, and then they utilize your agent workflow with actually not getting access to the prompts because that's your IP. And then the best part about all of this is because they've gone through and they've given you their client information, this is the data that you're collecting to continue to get more people into the system. They've given you their information. This is where it becomes powerful. You can run ads. You can create more content. You can talk to them. It's like you can reverse target them. That's a completely different video on its own of how taking all of this client information, this is your client knowledge base, your customer knowledge base, and your knowledge base, making them work together and scaling them. This is where it becomes very, 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 very powerful for your business, and not enough people are doing this yet. So if you're watching this video, it's go back, watch the other one. I know I'm repeating myself, but it's not that complex. Once you have that set up, look at this. This is the future of AI and scaling your business. It really is. Don't make it complex. Just don't do it. Then from there, it's like you create your own flywheel. And this is where you're going to continue to scale into 2026 in the future, staying in the top 1%, which is what we help businesses do. So that's the end of that. Go watch the other one. We've got more coming. We're getting into the marketing on how scaling this client information can become extremely valuable through ads and through content. Looking at like combining the two knowledge bases. Be sure to like and subscribe because there's a lot of stuff coming. I'm going to continue to simplify these things. I'll likely continue to redo these videos, but from these, we were able to help a business generate $2 million in 10 days. We had an e-com brand that had their best Black Friday, Cyber Monday this year than they ever have, which is amazing. We're seeing campaigns, marketing campaigns doing 5x ROAS, 10x ROAS, and we even seen one do a 30x ROAS following this model. It's absolutely insane on what people are doing for these. And because the marketing is so cheap now with some sort of AI model, it's allowing you to stay ahead. So like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. But as always, stay dialed.